it's over. Hey now, with the walls between us. Hey now, hey. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Secret History Living Room. Living in your room, in your house. Uh, it's my birthday, and that means we get to do whatever I want for this stream. All right, guys. I figure I'll show you real quick. We got some new substrate. Added some sugar sand. 2.99 super chat. Thank you so much for the super duper chat. I appreciate it. For those of you who don't know, I'll just get it out of the way now. I got gauze in my mouth still. Sorry, but I had a tooth that went abscess, and then they had to go in and pop the two teeth out. Well, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. So the tooth hurt for a couple days last week, and I was like, whatever. I'm a big manly man. Whatever, you know. Um, I'm a macho man. Macho man. I guess I was hyped up by everything going on in the world. Heard that song, decided I'm fine, and the pain was hurting bad, and but it hadn't swollen. So then on Friday or Thursday, it actually swelled like grapefruit, like half a grapefruit or orange had been placed on this jaw here, and so that hurt. It didn't hurt any more than before, but I went to talked to the dentist, and they were like, uh, you need to go to urgent care. This is beyond us. Like, you got an infection in your bone and blood. And then they sent me to urgent care. I get to urgent care. I pay the urgent care, and they're like, we can't handle this. It needs surgery. It needs to be lanced, and the teeth need to be pulled. You need to go to the actual hospital. So then I get there, and then they're like, come with us. You're getting admitted. And so I was in the hospital, and that's when I posted because I was bored. I was in this room, and because of the lockdown stuff, like I had to stay in this room alone. But I mean, they gave me an IV of morphine and antibiotics, and I don't know. And then I found out there'd been a TV in the room the whole time, but I just sat there for whatever 6 hours with no TV, just listening to Grateful Dead and like I don't know, Allman Brothers on my phone. Jamming to the morphine, I guess, and excruciating pain. It actually didn't really help the morphine that much. But in any case, so they gave me lots of antibiotics, and then I went home for a day, was miserable. I streamed for you guys for like 15 minutes to tell you I'm not streaming. And then yesterday, we went back to an oral surgeon for the day. They took out two of the teeth, and they also clipped some bone out of my jaw, and here we are. So that was yesterday. Today is today. And I see there's super chats from before I even got here. So let's address those. But today I want to ask you guys questions. And I just went to Aquarium Co-op. So I have some cool fish that I want to kind of unbox and set in tanks and chat about. But you guys, if you have questions, ask me. Just do the at thing. I don't know how long I'll last today just because of the state of things. But today's my actual birthday, and I want to spend it with you guys because, especially with lockdown, like you guys are my friends. Danny, $5 super chat. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Third Coast Aquatics says happy birthday as well. Everyone's saying happy birthday. Thank you guys so much. When I was in the hospital, I saw everybody's comments to the thing. I just felt bad that I didn't stream, honestly. I wasn't like, woe is me. I always have crazy random crap going on with my health. But I just felt bad that I wasn't going to stream, that I not missed a stream for a long time and then I missed it. So that's more why I posted. And then everybody was so kind that, I mean, seriously, guys, it really helped. It really did help me recover quicker. It boosted the morale. I mean, I haven't heard from a lot of my friends. A lot of my friends are kind of screw ups and I love them to death. I've got a couple close ones that I'm still close with, but I mean, some of my friends from way back growing up, they're just hit and miss, and they don't know what's going on, especially with us not being able to be actually hanging out physically, and so seeing everybody that I have these in-depth conversations with, and you guys are in all the live streams, it really brought home that like you guys are obviously real people that are out there, and I care when you guys are having issues, and so I just kind of put on the thinking hat and thought, wow, they actually care about mine too somewhat, and so that really inspired me about the community, and that's totally what I love to see. So thank you, you guys. Do that for each other. You lifted my spirits and warmed my heart. So thank you. Danikin Aquatics, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate both of y'all. Nigel, $20 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. I know you've had autoimmune lupus or RA issues you've shared with me. You know how the inflammation and the pain goes, and so thank you so much for that and for your kind words in our conversations. I mean, thank you all for our conversations. You guys give me something to think about other than myself and woe is me. Pete, thank you so much. $2.99 from the land of Oz. I appreciate that, mate. Down from down under. Christine, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all this. I went like a dummy. My wife bought me a gift certificate to Aquarium Co-op, and I went like a dummy and spent more money than she gave me on stuff. So we'll show you guys that soon. But I don't even know what my medical bills are going to be. I'm sure the ER is going to be fun. So I will try to spend this money on fish, but all joking aside, I appreciate the super chats because I don't know this month what bills are going to look like. It's going to be a funky month. So thank you. Nature Aquarius, $5 for your morphine fund. Well, I hope it doesn't become an ongoing morphine fund for several reasons. But thank you so much. That will get me 1 milligram of morphine probably. Thank you. $5 from the UK, Cheryl Evans. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate all of y'all. And, you don't need to give me money for me to appreciate you. There's plenty of you. I understand a lot of us are in tight positions and don't ever feel obligated. But, I do appreciate it. It does help the channel. Helps me have more time to spend on videos. Happy, mainly Bettas. Hey, how's it going? Happy birthday. So glad you're feeling better. Hope you're having a great day. You deserve it. Happy birthday. Thank you so much, mainly Bettas. I really appreciate it. John McKenzie, $5 super chat. Wow, this might be the best super chat stream I've ever seen. You guys are warming the cockles of my heart. Thank you. Peplin Creek Aquatics, $149. Slice of cake. I appreciate it. Bon Feet. Yes, Johanna Jean Francois. Thank you. Thanks for sharing all your knowledge with us. If I shared all my knowledge with you, my head would explode. I couldn't talk that fast, and it's all garbled up in there. You probably have a hard time. I would have a hard time, but yes. Amateur Aquarius Alex, thank you for giving me so much aquarium knowledge and showing us your beautiful aquariums. No problem. You guys, thank you so much. Your kindness and your words, seriously. Thank you. 40 Years Fish, $5 super chat. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. BJ Palmer, $5. Happy birthday. Thank you. The Dancing Pear, Carolyn, $5. $2 from Evo. Oh my goodness. You guys are just, wow. I feel like I'm at a Jewish bar mitzvah. I missed that when I was 13. I didn't do that, even though my mom's family. They're like, you can do that, or you can do the Christian thing. My dad's side of the family is Scottish. And I was like, so they give me money, huh? And then they're like, yeah. And all you have to do is memorize this entire book/scroll in Hebrew in like a couple months. And I was like, okay, I'll do the Christian thing. So never did that. All right, guys. Thank you so much, you guys. Yivo says, love you. Happy birthday. Keep up the good work. Thanks, guys. I will. I mean, so I want to ask you guys some questions to start out. Then we'll look at the fish that I got. And also, I got a gift in the mail. Check in the mail. I got a gift from what's that, honey? No, I know. I got a gift from a buddy who is starting up a business, which you guys will hear about in the probably near future. Starting up a shrimp business, and I've been friends with him now for probably over. We're probably coming up on 2 years since we've been chatting, but he sent me. This cracks me up because he saw my turkey baster that was like a dollar store one, and he sent me this killer. It's got different tips that don't drip, and then different sizes that you can unscrew, and it's got a bottle brush cleaner that came with it, and then it's got like easy on the wrist bulb, and it's like the dual suction in and out, like both functions. This thing is like more high tech than a filter in your tank, but I use these for everything, and I appreciate that so much. And the other thing he sent me, which I thought was awesome, was this sensor push, which it tells the humidity and the temperature in your fish room, so you know, like if it's gone crazy or if there's a leak or just where things are, what the mold and the condensation points are going to be, and it all goes to your phone. So that's going to be super handy, especially if my wife and I ever do get a house, which last thing you probably heard on my stream was we were shooting for the house, and there were 25 people that jumped in on that house. So thank you, Jared, buddy, for that stuff. He sent it in a box, and he actually messaged my wife to get the info, and sneaky, it surprised me. It really did. Kimberly Logger, love your channel, excited for the show. Thank you so much, Kimberly. I really appreciate that super chat. All right, let's get down to business. How is everybody feeling? Yeah, super baster for sure. You know, I wanted that 808 when you heard my BASSTER baster. I like the way your fish. Terrible singing, Alex. I may still be a little bit addled in the brain worms. But let's take a look at some of the critters I bought at Aquarium Co-op, their shop, which is not far from me. Hello, everybody. We got lots of people in here today, and I want you all to know that you're special. You're just as special as each other. So that's 80 people special right this moment. That's pretty special. So the first thing we got, this was my wife's desires. Wow, they're like hiding somehow, like magically. Where did the fish go? Wait, how did that happen? They were somehow both totally hidden by the light reflection. But we have 2 blue powder Gouramis, female, of course, dwarf Gouramis, and these guys will get these gals, I should say, will get bigger, but they're going to go in this community tank. The other thing that we got a few days ago was we got a total of 5 honey Gouramis. There were 2 in here before, so I got 3 new ones. We've got one male who's already making a nest back here. Oh no, I see a dead fishy. There's a dead fishy. No! That's not good. So, whenever I see a dead fish, lesson time, guys. Whenever I see a dead fish, this is like very recent. So this is a rainbow fish. This is one of those Rhamnocentris. It's very recent. The eyes are not cloudy yet. The tail still has color. No indication of illness that I see whatsoever. I'm gonna bet that there's 2 things that this could be. it is barely floating, so it's not even filled with gas yet. But the two things that this could be, rainbow fish frequently get up a running start and they will chase each other. This is the Rhamnocentris ornatus, unfortunately. I mean, I've got 12 in here, I think. Where are the other ones? The other ones, I mean, everybody's looking healthy and happy. It's these little younger ones. That's one of the ones that got sick, is one of the little younger ones here, the younger females. Two males are the big bruisers. But what happened, they'll chase each other. They get scared and they'll chase each other and they'll literally slam head first with a full running start across the tank into the glass. And I've lost a couple rainbow fish as well as feather fins and fork tails that way. I could do a full-on autopsy, but I don't think it's necessary with her. The other thing is going to be testing nitrates and ammonia, because rainbow fish are very sensitive to that. However, everybody's just swimming around having a grand old time. So I don't, and they're all colorful and colored up. So I don't think it's going to be that, but we'll test it just in case, a pleco may have died in here and spiked the ammonia, up a little bit higher. I mean, are these guys... Well, these guys are never scared, but the other, let's see, are these guys still active? Yeah, these guys are real sensitive too. The Nanochromis are going to be sensitive. But yeah, so we'll try to figure that out. But that's a bummer. Poor girl. So, always a bummer to lose a fish. So we'll have to test that. We'll have to test that water. I mean, even with all those plants and even with the last water change being a 50%. Sorry, guys, I'm just going into the laboratory. If a fish is nice and dead like that, and your water system ours goes out into the salt water after it's gone through a treatment plant. Yeah. So I'm not worried about it. However, if it were other places, there's a lot of local water systems that go back into a local source that feeds to other fish. And even if the fish can't survive, you don't want that disease to go into fresh water. So just, be careful. But I just saw another super chat. S299 HBD. Is that an acronym that I don't know? Happy birthday. Oh, I'm so smart. I figured it out. I should join the cryptography coding program at wherever, NASA. How's it going, guys? Hey, Fatherfish. Have I heard of the gold-spotted pleco? Yes, they're beautiful. Gold nugget and gold-spotted are great. Also, so these are young females. They'll be okay. The thing that I do have, though, so we'll need to test this water. And granted, this tank is full of plants. It's got a sand cap. So I'm going to guess it's not ammonia whatsoever. Could be nitrates. Rainbow fish are very sensitive to nitrates. And it could be a swing in the pH. If the pH went way down for some reason, that could do it. But I'm going to guess that actually that fish smashed its head against the way it was dead right here, and it looks completely pristine, and the other ones are all swimming around and active. I think, unfortunately, it just got scared and hit its head. The other thing they'll do is leap right out of the tank if not careful. So the other thing we got, my wife and I picked these ones out for the living room upstairs. So the other thing we got today from Aquarium Co-op's actual physical store, so we got some Ember Tetras. These guys were colored up really, really well, and they're young. So I know they're happy. They're just stressed. But I've got Ember Tetras that are full grown in here, so hopefully they'll welcome them into the flock and they'll school together. There's about 16 now. So yes. Then what else do we have in this bag of mystery? Next one we've got is Amania Gracilis Red. You know, Aquarium Co-op does a good job with their plants. They try to transition them to water. Usually they're fairly simple plants as far as care goes. Like they're usually in the beginner type section or low to medium light, which not a problem at all. I mean, Anubias and Boost I would consider in that realm too. So that's the most, I mean, it makes sense to sell those. However, I just don't usually buy stuff from them because it's all stuff that I kind of have and I can grow out and snip from here and there in my other tanks. But the Amania Gracilis Rose or Red just looks really nice. And it's a little bit slower growing than like the Ludwigia Repens Red that will grow insanely, like 3 inches a day. So I'm probably going to put this in a different tank, but it's just out for now. Where is the fish that I'm really excited about? Okay, so here are the fish that I'm really excited about. And hopefully we do them justice where we put them downstairs. But here are the Pandurini or Panduro Apistos. So this is way too bright for them. We're going to take them downstairs. We're going downstairs when you're alone and fish are getting you happy. You can always go downstairs. So, taking a fish downstairs. What do you guys think? Oh, and you know what is a tragedy amongst tragedies? Beyond any of my illness or anything? I don't have Dr. Pepper, and it's my birthday. Whoa, sorry, I know that flipped around. Sorry, guys. So, I'm thinking, it doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. I might put these guys in here, in this tank. Now, right now, I have some Hikari Danios, if you saw recently. There's only 2 of them in here, a male and a female. So they might move into here. But these are cooler water cichlids. They can take down to 71 degrees. And, yeah. So, and then the, down here, you guys can see, these are the gold, the golden eye cichlid, or dwarf gold cichlid, however you want to call them. But we should get the mom with the babies in a sec. Where is she? She's probably hiding with the babies, which would be smart. Also, we have the border loaches that are the multi-striped Lake Inlay / Burmese border loach. They're not the same as a Burmese border loach as such. Oh, there's the male back there. He's hiding. He may have a clutch. There are 5 of these little cichlids in a 10-gallon, believe it or not. Here, is this mommy? Where are the babies? She has about 30 babies wherever she's at. And she's had them now for over a week and a half. So she's been doing a good job guarding. And she's colored up differently. She's black and gold, like dark black. Whereas all the other ones look kind of like this. Oh yeah, thanks for the mention of the thumbs up, guys. So we'll see if she comes out. Hold on, let's get... I should have brought the Pro Turkey Baster down, right, guys? The Pro Baster. Here's probably a sneaker male here with those pointier fins. The other male is all colored up in green and blue. He's incredible. But yeah, I got these from the wet spot. Kenny E from Danikin Aquatics brought them up. Here's the male right here. He's not as colored up as he was the other night, but very beautiful fish right here. A rainbow of colors when they're fully colored up. And I'm not seeing Mama. Where is Mama with the babies? Oh, she's over there. Okay. So hopefully she'll bring the babies around for a tour, and we'll get to see them. Now I do have some black worms that I was gonna feed some of the fish tonight, just to say happy birthday, because you can't share cake with fish. So what can I share? Well, I can share black worms. Oh, here's Mama. Here she is, right there with the black stripe, the big black stripe. Okay. So I need your opinions. Do we put the Pandurinis in here. We could leave some of the CPDs. I know they're not really from the same environment. And we've got 5 of the sparkling Gouramis in here. There's also a bunch of baby plecos. They're gonna get moved. They're just here eating all the algae because I didn't want to scrape algae. So both them and the nearite snails, they're just scrubbing algae. That's their job. And the Hikari Danios, look how beautiful. I mean, it probably looks not as good live, but she's a beautiful yellow and neon green, almost like a highlighter under a black light with her tail and her lower fins. And then this guy, the male, is the one with the better stripes, the blue. But yeah, these are the ones that they thought were 2 separate species. And it turned out that they were 1 species. Yeah, you can see the yellow there and the orange. They're just a really cool, and they're called a Hikari Danio. They should be inexpensive if you guys are interested in getting some. They're making the rounds. And yeah. So here's my old turkey baster that's cracked and messed up. And Jared got me a nice new one. What I do in this tank, I don't usually suck up mulm, but when there's baby fry in a tank, Rico Stan, thank you, brother. When there's baby fry in a tank, the thing I will pick up is old food. Old food is not the same as poop and leaves. It's going to turn into ammonia much quicker, and it's not really servicing any purpose unless you're intentionally trying to culture planaria and fish, microcrustaceans and things in that vein. So I always get out all this kind of stuff, like flake food that they didn't eat. These ones I'm having a hard time figuring out what it is they do like other than live food. And it's just a process, just, learning it. Yep, you got it right, Bob. You spelled the Carrie Tetras, Carrie Daniels, sorry. That is exactly what they thought these were for years. And then Hikari actually paid to sequence the genome a couple years ago now, 4 years ago. And they found that that's their closest relative is the Carrie Tetra. They also thought that they were a completely different species, which I talked about last time. They thought that the yellow and the blue were 2 different collection points of the species. And so nobody put together that that's the same fish with the same broken line pattern on its side. See, it's got the horizontal lines, but they stop right in the middle, and it looks like they just disappear. And then they pick up at the tail again. But in any case, I can either put the Pandarinis in here. They do like low acidity, and this is a low acidity tank with a little bit of calcium. There's some crushed coral. They can take 70 degrees all the way up to about 86 degrees, but they're found in Peru, and they're kind of like the Trilineatus ones, and so they're a little different to care for. Now, the other thing I could do is I could put them in with her, my Banshee. Remember, we had 2 Banshees in here, and what happened was I traded mine for I traded my females for a male, and it turned out that the one I got died before it even acclimated. So there's 1 Episto Banshee in here. I'd probably just switch the Episto down to here so it can live alone for a while or do what it do, and not worry about it. The other thing to tell you guys that's going on in this stream, it smells bad, so I'm not going to open it, but we've got mystery snails. Their nests are starting to hatch here, and their little shells, you can make out 3 little dots there. They're coming out of this gooey circus peanut looking crap. And I put some calcium pellets in there, well, just crushed coral and shells, as well as a little bit of food for them, just some dry food. And then up here, we have just a crazy influx of, from two males that were kind of my, I like to call them my kings or my proofs of the line. And from the two kings in here, now we have 1 billion babies all of a sudden. So these guys are going to need to get sold, / I need another tank for them. Hopefully spring comes soon, because there's probably 100 babies. I'm not joking. In here, if you count everyone hiding down in here and in here. But they are a really pretty line. These originally were Lucas Bretz 5 or 6 years ago, and then I bred them into spade tail, and then I bred them into blues and purples, and then I bred that all the way back to reds and oranges, and then I grew out their dorsal fin really long so that it's like a banner dorsal. You can see it goes all the way back to their tail fin, almost to their caudal fin, and then they have every color of the rainbow still in them. Live streams are terrible for color, but I've got pictures on Instagram and stuff. They've got the spade tail that has 2 little needles. It's a spade tail, but in the center there's a cut. But they can swim backwards incredibly. I love watching them put on the show for the ladies. Look at them swim backwards when they do that. It depends. Leer tails or lyre tails, they can really do that well too. But these paddle tails with the double needle spade, they can turn sideways and then glide with that, using that as a rudder, using their top fin. So kind of cool. At first I was a little hesitant because I thought that my Synodontis mustard cats might eat them, eat the babies. But so far, in this glass bottom tank that just has crushed coral, so that we've got a little bit of something for the hard water loving fish. So far the Synodontis are just big old scaredy cats. They're good size catfish. They're good 5 or 6 inches, I would say. But they're chickens, and very slow metabolism, just kind of lurch around. Let's see here. I want to just show one off. But they're pretty fish. There we go. If I had more of like a Tanganyikan tank, I think it would help. Hey Chubbs, what's going on, brother? Rocco, what's going on? It's good to see you. But yeah, they're all hanging out on this wood, all 4 of them right now. And I've got a female and 3 males in here. Poor female, but they don't seem to gang up on her at all. But these are one of the bigger Synodontis. They're not like the Petricola or the cuckoos or the upside down ones. They're pretty good size. So yeah, thank you so much, Kevin, for the happy birthday wishes. I really do, you guys, I really do appreciate all the well wishes. I really do. Thomas, what's going on, buddy? Let's sit down for a minute. I'm plumb tuckered out already. Yeah, and I don't have a Dr. Pepper. I feel like naked. I just have gauze in my mouth. Probably shouldn't be drinking Dr. Pepper anyways, but can you tell how to know if a snail, male or female mystery snail, if you have a mystery snail that's male or female? No, I don't know how. I think there is a way with the latch, the way it opens once it is open on their shell, and I forget the name of that some snails have that, some don't, which allows them to go onto dry land. But I don't remember what the deal is. Oh man, yes, Simple Jack, stop it. Yeah, Bob, so what happened was I had tooth pain. It was these 3 teeth I'd already had root canals in, and Yeah, operculum. There's a good word. Trapdoor. Yeah, the snail flap. um, but yeah, I can. If you guys are squeamish, look away. I'm gonna give you a count of three. One, two, three. Oh, uh, I'm missing all those teeth, and they actually took out 2 millimeters of bone along the edge, right here. Um, Sorry, guys. I'm supposed to keep it packed, but not tight, like just loosely, so that nothing gets down in there. Um, but in any case, yeah, and then they sent me to an emergency dentist. They sent me to urgent care. Urgent care sent me to the. I have been using tea bags. I've been using chamomile tea at night. Thank you, Nola Jane, Fish Rich, for sure. Um, but yeah, so I had to do three IV bags of clindamycin, and then I had to do 300 milligrams, 600 milligrams, so 300 times 2 every 6 hours is what I'm on for 10 days. So, yeah, Chevy Fish, I know I should be resting. It's my birthday. I wanted to hang out with you guys for like an hour. So, that's what I'm going to do. I wanted to show you guys that. I have been resting for the last 4 days other than this. And going to the fish store, which we did on the way back from getting done with all the tooth stuff. So in any case, let's see here. I see something. You can hold a snail by its shell and it will come out. It needs to be way out there to get a good look on. Oh, for gender, yeah. Nothing worse than having a dental abscess. Rah says. Yeah. The dental abscess was real painful. Getting struck by lightning still was more painful. I've broken my collarbone and had burns after the lightning. I'd say burns probably hurt more still. But, I mean, the dental pain is just so in your head and present that right now it still hurts. Like, it's still swollen. It's whatever. But, I mean, it was like, huge. Like, it looked like a cartoon chipmunk. I was starting to make my eyes swell, and it was in my blood, and they did a CT scan. So I don't know what that's going to cost me. They're like, oh, I'm sure your insurance will cover it. And I'm like, I'm sure they won't. But in any case, Third Coast Aquatics. I love art, Alex. We should trade some pieces one day. Yeah, I love trading art. I love working on art with other folks. Science Gal, hey, how's it going? I'm going to be on Science Gal's show on the 31st, as long as I'm alive. The rate we're going. Thank you, Fishbox. Man, you guys have given me so many well wishes. I'll stop talking about woe is me. What I want to know is, what do you guys want to see from this channel in the coming year? I'd like to know. BJ Palmer had a similar situation. Yeah. Let's stop looking at me. I think that's encouraging more of the talk. Other thing, Lamb Nguyen, thank you so much. I have a quick question. If blue diamond shrimps throw black rose, chocolate, Bloody Mary offspring, whoa, that's quite the throw. Can I keep them with blues and not worry about wild type babies? I would say that honestly, you've got a Shoko line. You've already got Bloody Mary shrimp that mutated into blue shrimp. They got so dark Bloody Mary that they looked either black or blue. And then people selected from there. So you don't have the blues that came from the cherry reds and the oranges and the blue Rillies or Rileys. So I would not cross them with blue velvets. I would only cross them with other blue diamonds or blue topaz, sometimes they're called. Otherwise, you will get some wild fish or wild shrimp colors eventually. That being said, with that much pigment and that many mutations in a line, if it's throwing all those things, you've got an unstable line, and it might be fun just to play with it. So it's not like you're dealing with the high-end expensive line right now. Bob says your old style videos. Yeah, so did you like that 2-hour video on shipping, the history of shipping fish? Like, I've been trying to do 2 videos a month where I research at least 30, or I should say 20 hours of research on something I don't know or like couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Yeah, I am going to do some live art streams. We are going to do some more home tours. You'd like to see more snails. Okay. Yeah, you know, I've never really gotten that into mystery snails, and I have a bunch right now. And so, yeah. Bob says, no one else is doing history living in tanks. Alex, you're so good at it. That means a lot to me, Bob. Thank you, buddy. And Bob, you have been with the channel since the start, like since the very beginning. And I can't thank you enough for that. And I can't tell folks enough. If you want to check out a guy who knows his stuff about fish, and he's got a lot of them, and he loves all animals in general, check out Kaler's Aquatics, Bob Kaler's channel, for sure. African Banded Barb, yep, that's what we got going on here. Got the little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the 9 banded barbs. And then we've got these guys in here, Peacock Gudgeons. Now, I had expected the Peacock Gudgeons to spawn. I've had them spawn for me many a times, and they're just not doing it. I am not kidding. But they're not doing it in here. I think there's too many fish. They're too stressed. Whoa! Geek Boy, we got a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Geek Boy. Happy birthday. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You know, I want to know, too, if you guys are giving super chats, is there something you want to see in the fish room? Is there something I'm not, like, growing or doing? I'm not doing a ton of high-tech plants at the moment. Oh, check out this little guy. This is a true freshwater bumblebee goby. When they get older, they're not very yellow anymore, unfortunately. They're kind of just greenish off olive. I don't know. But I really love these guys. They're teeny, and I'm hoping that if they have all the shrimp they can eat, which they do right now, that maybe they will spawn for me. So we'll see. There's 3 of them in here. There's definitely 2 females and a male. You can tell when they get eggs because their belly just swells. This is the male here. But they all have heads like a little bulldog. If we can see its eye. They're kind of like peacock gudgeons in the way you sex them. Little but fat. Oh, see the little bulldog yawn there? Nigel says, go down the rabbit holes that intrigue you. Thank you so much, man. Yes. Alan Bauer, thank you so much, man, for this super chat. We got another one. Oh, wow, this might be the best birthday I can remember. It went from, like, almost not being a birthday. I'm being melodramatic. But they did tell me 24 hours if I just said, oh, screw it, and, like, ran around the streets and not worn clothes or something. I don't know what I would have had to done. But apparently I came close to, with the septic blood poisoning. It gets real serious real quick. So it's good that I got in when I did. And so this birthday is all the more special. Because the channel's where it's at. Because I get to spend it with you guys. And show you guys what I'm up to. What the fish room's up to. You know, we haven't gotten our house still, which we've been working on for a year, but, you know, we're making it work here, and hopefully, you know, we'll have some interesting stuff. I'm trying to keep the channel, like, some species profiles, and then, you know, whatever I'm breeding, so some, like, how to breed videos. Also, woodcats is something I kept in the past and had trouble with. I've had them die a few times. And I feel like I failed them, and so I haven't had them because I haven't set up like a 40-gallon the way it should be. They can live in a 20 long, but they really deserve a 40, and they deserve like sand and a bunch of wood and like big old pieces like this. And I will get back to them. The Ningensis and the Orco looking ones are just so cool. Also, by the way, these are, forgot to mention if you weren't here last stream, these are erythromicron or emerald dwarf rasboras mixed with celestial pearl danios. So these are a hybrid. So this tank's kind of weird in that we've got 3 real CPDs, just little CPDs, and then these 2 that don't have the banding on their fins. The little ones are the CPDs, Celestial Pearl Danios, and the big ones with solid orange fins are hybrids that are half erythromicron and half Celestial Pearl, or marginatus, Divario marginatus, or Brachiodanio marginatus. It's changed several times, but however you want to refer to them. Rico Stan, love your content, always looking forward to your videos. Well, thank you, my friend. I look forward to you in the chat and always chatting with you. You know, another thing I'd like to keep more of this year, especially if we end up getting that house. Oh, we're starting to see some of the purples and blues in those Panduros. And the pink in the tail on the male. In the bale and the hail. I don't know. Do you guys think this tank will work for them? There is sand for them. It might not work that well. I got the Hikari Danios. I got at Aquarium Zen in Seattle, but they also had them at Aquarium Co-op in Edmonds, north of Seattle. And I saw them at the Wet Spot, and they're only like $5 a piece, and which is crazy for a newer fish that I've been looking for since the channel started. I heard tale of these. Like, I'd get these blue ones, and then these yellow ones were always hoarded and kept in Asia, and everyone thought that these were just super hard to breed. Well, it turns out they just had males. So, I mean, no duh, you can't get it to breed when you just have one gender. And let's see here. Did she go into her little cave with her babies? I just like the babies. They're so cute. And here's the male. He's not that colored up today. I'm a little fearful. No, she's not the one that has the babies, but he is eyeballing her. So there we got a male and female. And these guys are full grown. I mean, they're 1.5 inches to 2 inches. The females are more like 1.5 inches. But they're just they've got a lot of character. And I think they're pretty, even though at first they don't really catch your eye like, you know, a discus or something would. Yeah, let's get to 100 likes. I would really appreciate that, folks. Oh, there's the babies. There we go, guys. So here's some of the babies. You can see them. Like most baby cichlids, they've got the little stripes going horizontally rather than, or vertically rather than horizontally. Like she has a horizontal like the horizon, stripe, the black down her. Whereas the babies, their stripes go the other way. And they look very similar to little like sculpin. And they're just eating, like Father Fish says, when, you know, don't feed, just feed the adults. These little babies are literally just eating algae and whatever is growing on the algae. I have not had to feed them anything. I was not expecting them to spawn within 2 weeks of getting in this tank, but they did, and it was because I didn't clean this algae. There's all this algae, and most people would probably be horrified by all that, and there's some black beard in here and everything, but it's a 10 gallon. I'm not worried about it. I can manually clean a 10 gallon if I have to. It's no big deal. So I'm just rolling with the punches, and it's, so I want you guys to take a look at these guys, which are a light brown color, which is interesting. Let's try to get a focus on one. Mom watches them very carefully, and she You can see they've already got the little gold eyes, why they're sometimes called the golden eye cichlid. And the babies are small, but they're fully formed already. I mean, they are spitting images of the parents as far as the body template goes. And you can see that they are designed to blend in with sand in the wild. So maybe this sand was too dark for them, honestly. And then the females who don't have the babies have this gold fin thing going on. And the males have this bright green with the gold going on. And a golden eye that's bronze gold color. And they come and harass the females. Fish Tropic. Feel free to donate to the stream. Birthday boy needs a new pair of fish. You know, I do want to just keep breeding more. I mean, that's why at the store today I got these. Like, I would love to breed these Apistos. I haven't bred Apistos in so long. I've been breeding little Danios and little Rasboras for so long in all of these tanks. We can turn on the light here and take a look at the shrimp. That I kind of lost track of the cichlids, and cichlids are just special. They're just fun, the way they take care and they nurture. So look at how small and not really healthy and dark these babies I stole from their parents look. They've been getting live baby brine shrimp and vinegar eels 4 times a day, yet this is what they look like. And there's more in here. Some are lighter. There's a couple that are lighter down in there. Oh, thanks, honey. I love you. Should I run and get Dr. Pepper then? Okay. All right. Love you, honey. So, like I was saying, they've been getting pampered by me, yet these ones in the tank where I don't do anything to them, Mama just takes care of them, and she's fighting off attacks from all these other guys. They're doing way better, and they're twice as bulky in the last 3 weeks that they've been on this, in this tank, on this tank. So yeah. Also, the other, the CPDs that Jerry sent me, they're doing good. They're in here. Here they come. They're still a little young, but you can see the difference. You saw those hybrids, how big they were and how bright they were. These are the Voyagers of the Starship these are these ones. I'm hoping they'll scatter some eggs. They may be a bit young. That's kind of the main thing I'm thinking. But you guys can see all the little seed shrimp and copepods and stuff. I mean, look at how alive this water is. You can see it. Just look at the diversity. I mean, you can see that there's at least 6 species that you can see with the camera. So, likewise, over here, we've got the Scarlet Batis tank and the shrimp. And they just eat the shrimp as needed. 3 Scarlet Batis will not wipe out a whole colony of shrimp, but they can do some damage. Now my green Jades, these are my babies. Look how true all the babies are turning out. They are so green. I've never found a line that is so incredibly stable and green. Let's try to bring the light forward a little bit, and I'll try to bring some of them forward too. Let's see here. We got a lot of, there we go. So yeah, I mean, all of these babies in here are just brilliant green, forest green, to almost a turquoise green some of them have. And it's just, I've never had that happen with these lines. See, there's some babies in here, and the babies, like, this is the first batch of babies, so they get darker like this. So yeah. Oh man, I've been on top chat this whole time. There's so many of y'all. There's just too many of you. Alright. So, yeah, I'm cuckoo for copepods. And then over here we've got all my red cherries, my Nana cherries, buffalo stand. You know, so I was looking up the songs that came out the week I was born, and I think we had like U2, Joshua Tree, and we had Public Enemy's first album the same week that I was born. Oh, Robert E. Lee was born on the same day as me. Clearly, I'm a little older. Amy, thank you so much with the 149 slice of cake. Super chat. I don't know where they think you can get a slice of cake for that price these days, but I appreciate it. On the internet, you can. You can get it if you really want. Okay, I don't know where the heck all the... I'm really... You can see all the little critters alive in this tank, too. See all the copepods and plankton and seed shrimp? That is what just naturally grows when you don't have a ton of fish. So there's three... there are three of the batis in here, scarlet batis. And they were juveniles, but now they're adults, and they're eating in here. And I was waiting for them to have one batch of babies, and then I was going to send them to Jesse from HC Aqua. But I don't know. What are you going to do? Also, these flies that I was talking about, they were great for like 5 days, and then they stopped putting out. Now they're just not making any flies. Let's see. I like these wingless fruit flies in theory, but I guess I got a batch that was all done winging, all done metamorphizing. They're all like in little chrysalises. So maybe they'll hatch still. I don't know. Maybe you guys know more about these. I'm sure someone knows more about these than I do. Looks like they're still in there in some of them. Some look empty, and some look like they've got life. As is life. But the CPDs love those when they were working. I gotta give them time. Well, I don't want to. I'm so freaking impatient, guys. And then what else? Oh, we were gonna look at the blue shrimp. The blue shrimp. Down here. They're doing really well. I've thrown out a whole lot of algae. Because I've just had these giant balls of algae mixed with moss, mixed with duckweed, mixed with primordial slime. I don't know what it is. But I may have tossed out some babies with the bath water, so to speak. But this is the Loach Tank. And even though okay, so here's a bunch of babies. I'm still getting a couple random blue Rileys or Rillies. I don't have any Snowball. So check out these guys. I love them. These are the Northern Fork Panda Loaches. Love them. But they're the ones that don't change as they age. They're special. They don't lose their striping as badly. Like, you see, they're not perfect stripes anymore, but they're still going to be kind of this same color. Yeah, there is Dr. Pepper cake. There's Dr. Pepper jelly beans. Okay, so you guys can see that where they're hanging out on the glass. And yes, it's dirty. No, I'm not going to clean it because they eat on the glass all day, and they like the front glass. But watch this. If you guys haven't seen this yet, it's just cute, and I like it. It's quirky. So I rile up all the little planaria that most people are like, oh my god, you have planaria. It's going to eat your babies, like human babies. the planaria will break out of your tank, come into your house, and kill your family. Like, you'd think that that's the level of seriousness we're talking about when you hear a lot of people discuss planaria or hydra. But when you kick up all that dust and now these guys are going to come and they're going to eat all the baby egg planaria, all the planaria eggs. And I vacuum up the adult planaria just by squeezing the turkey baster on the actual ground. But you can also see that the Malaysian trumpet snails start coming out. I have to be careful not to soak up. You lost your cat to planaria. So yeah, this dirty, moldy mess that people always hate, and people would probably gravel vac and then scrape clean. This is the secret to why I have so many little blue shrimp and why these guys are so happy eating all the little dots in the water. These are all, see those little round dots? Under a microscope, a bunch of those are little planaria cysts. And they like to eat the cysts more than the adult planaria. Although once in a while they will eat the actual full-grown adult planaria, especially if they're really hungry. But I feed them algae wafers and other stuff, so they're a little picky. Like, here's an adult planaria on the glass, just so you guys know what we're talking about. They've got a little triangle head, and it's dead now. It's going to be dead. So, there's that. But up here, we've got the little whiptail red lizard cats doing well. They've been doing this weird thing where they cover themselves in sand because this lily or lotus has grown out of the water more. And I trimmed it way back, and they were all just hiding in this massive, when it was like this big and really dense. Well, I trimmed it all, and now they've had to leave it, and because they know they're not the same color, now they've been covering themselves with sand. And whatever is on their slime coat, let's get this to focus, is slightly sticky, and so the sand sticks to the top of them. And so I think that's just awesome, the camouflage. And now that there's less of this plant, they're actually turning a darker color, and their stripes, see that? See the stripes? They're actually, see their fin? It looks like it's a rotting leaf. It's just clear and brown, but it actually looks like their fins are tattered. And that's because this lily is dying. And it's getting all these little pinholes in it. So that's just all part of their camouflage. And it's been really cool to document. You can go back and check it out. Also, my gobies, they've been eating a ton of biofilm. And all the females pile up together. Come on, focus. And are hanging out interspecies. There's a male right there too, I guess. But these are the Palauan riffle gobies, and then there's also a blue, no, it's a gold neon female with the 3-dot tail. But they're all hanging out in here in this tank with the shrimp, with the gold nebulas. I know, these are all the aquatic art critters. So everybody's doing well. Hold on. Oops, sorry. No, that was probably nauseating. Sorry, guys. And then also my longfin blue eye albino doing well. There's a few of them in here growing out. And there's the little banshee. Not quite as cute as when they were a baby and bright yellow like a bumblebee. But should I put the apistos in here? In this tank, or should I add a cave and put them in here in this tank and take the Danios out? You guys marinate on that. We're going to head back upstairs for a moment. Did I forget fish? There's a bag. I feel like I forgot something. What else did I get? Oh, shoot. Good thing I caught this last minute. If you spend $100 there at Aquarium Co-op, they used to give you 10% off, but now they give you Daphnia or bloodworms. So, you know, got my treats in here. We got burritos and bananas and ginger and single serving garlic. And there's no way anybody could ever confuse these things in here, or brine shrimp, or bloodworms, or more brine shrimp eggs, or spirulina. No way that anybody would confuse that. I'm waiting for my wife to put Daphnia in our frickin' Italian food one of these nights. I'll be the one who deserves it. I have Kili Loaches and they are so thick I don't target feed them. Are they okay? Yeah, they should be fine. Don't mix up your worms with your garlic. Yeah, that's the thing. It might happen. So I'm happy I capped this tank. Since I did that, my albino cichlids, my albino cribensis, that is, poultures, they've been hanging out by that cave a lot. And my Nanochromis Tiglis and what are the other ones? Splendens have been hanging out in these caves, in the caves more. So that's good. I've been feeding them the little carnivore pellets quite a bit. Also, of the yellow fellows, you can see we've got a yellow. This is how you can tell it's a male honey gourami. He's got black and silver on his face. Looks like a blotchy beard almost made out of metal or gray. And he is responsible for all these bubbles in the corner. And he could have even been responsible for attacking the Rhamnocentris maybe when it was stunned, or he could have hurt it altogether. I'm not sure. Also, the other interesting thing is the Malawi Shrimp in here have turned a real different color. They're like deep reds and oranges in here, as well as some deep blues. And just searching through here, so much moss grows in this tank now. I take out clumps like this every week probably. I take out another clump that size. Same with the Mayaka, has just started to grow everywhere. But yeah, so that's what's going on there. Oh, the other thing that's going on, the last thing I'll update you guys with. And again, you guys, thanks for letting me ramble, for just hanging out with me on my birthday. But we've got the angels here. One of my angels died last week. As some of you may know, it was Stella. There's Sergio still. And there's a bunch of eggs. And the other blue one who doesn't have a name, which I guess she needs a name now. I also need to clean this tank. But every time I go to clean it, they have freaking eggs waiting. And so I just never clean this tank because I don't want to disturb their eggs. And I've been giving away the rainbow, or the angelfish eggs. Also, the cribs, the babies are finally at an age where I need to catch them and get them out of here. They're too big. And this tank, the oddest thing is, I thought with one of them dead, one of the three females dead, that we'd see like a bonding between some different combo. The tank that grows all the moss over there, that is a Twin Star EA light. And it's about $250 for that one, which is a 36 inch. you can see he's actually got damage. He's got some sh shingles. He's got some scales that are hanging by a thread on his side because she, the blue female, keeps ramming him in the side really hard, and then he locks lips with her and he will literally flip her 180 degrees. I'll try to catch some video of it. Yeah, this is the new Fluval 3.0, and then I just hung it over the edge to get this prayer plant some love too, and it's actually worked really well. But yeah, so interesting enough that blue female that's taken over Stella's spot, those are her eggs. This little yellow gal, she used to be the one who would always spawn with Sergio the most frequently, but let's see if it happens again here. Like, they've been fighting all day, and I think I'm going to have to break them up, but they've got eggs, so I've just been hesitant, but it was kind of like a dominance play type thing, but I don't know. Like, I'm trying to get back a little bit and then zoom in. Sorry, guys. But they like lock lips, and you'll see here. And then they'll like be okay for a little bit, and they'll like go and they'll pat the eggs down and eat the ones that are getting foggy. I know it's dirty, guys. Sorry, the light's shining right through the algae too. So, not helpful. But it's my birthday. Leave me alone. I was just hoping they'd fight. Or, I mean, no, I don't hope they fight. I'm hoping that they would show off the behavior that I've been seeing that's concerned me. But Sergio's been a weird male for a long time. He had one female, they had eggs, he killed her. He had another female, they had babies, they had free swimmers. They got over the wriggler stage. Then he ate them and then killed her. So then I put him in with 3 females that were not quite grown. Here we go. And instead of attacking them, he paired off with all of them, and they all 3 have a different spot in the tank to lay eggs. One lays there, one lays on the front glass, and one lays in the back corner. Well, he just killed the other female a week ago, or she got injured, and then she got stuck against the filter and died. And yeah, Sergio is the fish Yo Mama warned you about if you are a young female angelfish. It's anti-climactic right now. They're not doing anything. But yeah, it's just heavy packing. Yeah, it's just locker room talk. Don't worry about it, guys. Except she's ripping, like, she's the one hurting him. I'm just afraid that he's gonna snap and just like kill her because he's way bulkier than her. In any case, I don't think they're gonna fight. I'll record it later. But so I gotta get out of here because I'm just starting to get worn down and get sweaty, and I know that means that I'm getting worn down. That I don't want my fever to get back up there. But I also got a little coconut cave and another little cave. Sergio has some issues that I'm sure Law and Order SVU could make an episode about. Yeah, totally. So I got some caves for those apistos wherever I decide to put them. And yeah, so, you know, thank you so much, you guys, for making this stream. I mean, we didn't really talk about anything specific, but thank you for making my stream happy, for sharing the evening with me, and you guys really do mean a lot to me on this channel. I'm going to try to balance the next year. We're going to try to do at least 2 videos a month that take 20 hours of research, so like a 2-hour lecture on, I don't know. The next one I want to do is how fish have gotten into space and what they've taught us genetically and scientifically in experiments. Another one is about shipping fish without water by injecting gas into their bloodstreams and making a synthetic mucus coat for them. So I don't know, I have lots of ideas, or like the history of betta breeding for fighting, like before Western culture. And then we'll do other videos like, you know, top 10 red plants and species profiles and things like that that still are approachable from a 10 or 15-minute view. Hydrocotyle verticillata. Chubs. Barclaya longifolia is the name of the plant. Red. Barclaya longifolia, I think, is the plant you have. Also, Geek Boy, we got one last super chat in there with the ice cream cone. I need to go get Dr. Pepper because my wife's going to pick up food. So I need to run to the mini mart by my house and get Dr. Pepper for my birthday dinner, or my mind will explode. Thank you guys so much for your kindness. Be kind to each other. Have fun in the other chats tonight, and I'll see you guys around. Take care. Take care of your critters. Take care of your people. And of course, take care of yourself, or you can't do those other things. I'll talk to you guys later. And again, thank you so much, guys. Oh, wow. We got a Kira Corridorable, one of my favorite names. Have a good one. Chin up. Feel better. Hope this next year of your life brings you joy and baby angels and whatever makes you happy. Thank you so much. Rico DeGaio. Wow, we got another $10. Okay, maybe I should just hang out for a little longer. No, just kidding. Thank you guys so much. And thank you members too. You guys rock. You guys, even if even if it's the $1.99 a month, it's the reliability of it. It tells me that it's there, and so that is so helpful. I do like that system from YouTube. So I want to thank you. But if I'm ever slacking on what you feel like I should be doing for that, please just talk to me about it. All right, guys. On that note, I was finishing up, and I need to go rest. I'm getting goofier than I normally am. I'll talk to you guys next time. I think, is Fisher and Fever on tonight? Perhaps. There should be someone on next. So let's see. I don't know who it is though. But maybe that, or Chattanooga Ed, maybe. All right, guys, I gotta go. I need to take more antibiotics, and I also need to rest. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Thank you so much.